What's up? This the Real Deal again with another video. This video is to the millennials and the 90s generation. A message from the Real Deal. I'm subscribed to this little young sister, man, by the name of Woke Black Woman. She's really wise, for her years. She reminds me of Yvette Carroll, if anybody knows who she is. I ran across her through Boyce Watkins. But she made this statement. She said that these are different times than what we were living in. And we blaming the young people for, some of the actions that they are doing today. But my message to you 90s and the millennial generation is, we understand exactly what you're going through. Look here. Things are not the same as it was when we were young. Because first of all, it was easy for us to get out of high school and go into the workforce and make a decent living. But by the time you were born, most of the jobs started going overseas. Then that crack epidemic hit back in the late 80s, and spiked in the 90s. And a lot of my generation, which is the 60s babies, got caught up either selling the dope or using the dope. You know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, you was neglected. And we didn't look out for you like we were supposed to look out for you. So, my generation, and brothers, let's face the fact, man. We owe these young people an apology, man. Instead of being frustrated with them when they venting out and they anger, you dig what I'm saying? Something you just got to sit and get on the hot seat, man. And listen to it, because a lot of what they're saying is absolutely correct. Now, I don't have any children, but I still feel a part that, playing the part that I feel that those are still, my kids too. You know what I'm saying? But for you young people, let me tell you something, man, about my parents. My parents was born in the 1940s. Okay, the 1960s, they was young men during the Civil Rights Movement. Segregation. You understand? By the time I was born, which was 63, that was the height of the Civil Rights Movement. Then you had the Vietnam War. Now, also, drugs hit their generation. So let's be perfectly clear, about why some of the conditions, it is what it is today. Back when the Vietnam War, which was the 60s, from the 60s to the early 70s, you had that heroin epidemic. And a lot of the black community was strung out on heroin. Unfortunately, my parents was not. But where my parents fell and dropped the ball was they didn't teach economic independence, having your own business. Now, my father's and mother's generation before them, sure, they didn't have no choice but to be independent, because everything was segregated. But by the time I was a young boy and a teenager, integration had started to kick in. You dig what I'm saying? But my parents didn't instill that sense of, you get your own. Don't depend on the white man for nothing. They got caught slipping. And just like my generation got caught slipping, I thought it was just fine. What you do, you go to work, you work hard, you retire, and try to send your kids to college. But, that's not enough nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You have to teach your children from an early age. I know that now, from an early age, how to bank, how to save money, how to create an own business. You see, we didn't pass nothing down to you. That's why you're struggling, how you're struggling right now. That's how I'm struggling. That's how a lot of us black folks are struggling right now, because we didn't pass nothing down, to our children. And look at the results. It's just chaos. And I can understand, with you young people, man, they building the penitentiaries for you. You can't find a job. Even if you do have an education, you're not guaranteed to have a job, because the job market is so competitive, because you got these people coming from overseas with engineering degrees and software degrees, Then you also, young people, you also dealing with, an inadequate public school system here in this country. This country spend more on military weapons than they do on educating the youth. You understand? But that's my message, from the real deal to the millennials and to the 90s generation. We understand everything that you're going through. We understand it. We went through the same thing, but in a different way. But where we failed, was we didn't pass nothing down to you. And I hope a lot of the OGs hear me. Because I'm absolutely correct. That we didn't pass nothing down to these kids, man. And, a lot of these kids out here is angry. And I can't blame them for being angry. Because the odds are stacked against them. The odds are stacked against them. And, and it's just sad. It hurts my heart, to see these beautiful young black people out here, man, with no type of direction at all. But all is not lost. So, don't ever think that all is lost. It's just, there's no hope. Because there's an awakening with the older people and the young people, man. We all up on what's going on with this system. This systematic system of white supremacy. That's affecting everybody globally. Not just our community, but the white community. Everybody's affected by the global white supremacy, man. And it's, at this time, in history and in life, white supremacy is being dismantled as we speak. That's why you have so much violence. You understand? That's why white folks are so fragile. That's why when you talk about black empowerment, they seem like they taking offense, but actually white folks are scared right now. They scared. But let's not talk about these white folks. I'm talking about you millennials and you 90s generation. We did drop the ball. We dropped the ball. You understand? But not all of us dropped the ball. But it takes a real man and a real woman to admit when you fucked up. And I can truly say that my generation fucked up. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. And until, as a whole, my generation, all of us wake up, then we can get something done. But a lot of us is in denial. But I know who dropped the ball. It's not just my generation, the generation before me. You understand? But anyway, let me get on out of here once again. I enjoyed talking to everybody tonight. And with that, if you like this video, subscribe. And with that, I'm the real deal out of the city of Gary, Indiana. Talk to you guys later. Peace.